Alright, so before I even get into the topic of this video, I just want to let you guys know that I'm post-commentating this, so anything that happens in the fight, you can watch it, but I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm not going to be commentating about the fight, if that makes any sense. As you've seen by the title and the thumbnail, however, we are going to be talking about anime and my favorite characters. Now, I doubt this is all the anime that I've seen, but it might be. I went through Hulu and I went to look at what anime, from there that I've seen, what characters I liked. And some of them on Crunchyroll, I forgot. Whatever I watched on Crunchyroll, it is no longer in my mind, and I don't know why. But that's neither here nor there. We're just gonna get straight into this. They are in no particular order, so don't take it like, oh, this is my favorite list. It's not. This is just a list of my favorite characters and some of the anime that I've seen. So first, starting off like we should, okay, My Hero Academia. Now, first off, My Hero Academia is a top tier show. If you have not seen My Hero Academia, go ahead and watch it. I will always say this because I'm an avid supporter, okay, one of the best anime I've ever seen, period. And I always wear a My Hero Academia headband when I record. Why? No reason, it just happens to fall upon my head around this time. But my favorite character, or characters, some of them are gonna have two. I minimized it to two because some anime had 3 or 4, but we're not gonna talk about that. So my favorite two characters here are Bakugo and Todoroki. A lot of people say they carry the show, and deadass, they might, but that does not stop them from being cool as hell. Bakugo because, I mean, he's just a badass, and Todoroki because Fire and Ice is always cool. Although it's, kind of basic, it is extremely cool as an ability. But next on the list, we have Attack on Titan. If I haven't said this already, Attack on Titan is a good show, but my favorite character is Levi. There's not really much to go off of in terms of characters because either you're a scout or you're a Titan. I don't care. Like, the Colossal Titan and the Armor Titan look cool, but I'm more of a Levi guy myself. Now, Boruto, I like Shinki. If you don't know who Shinki is, you're not that far in the Boruto anime and or manga. And, I mean, he just looks cool. Okay, his demeanor, everything about him, it just resonates with me as a person. I don't know why, don't ask me why, but he's just cool. Next, Naruto. I like Nagato and Pain, but I'm going to put that as one, I guess, character. Because they're essentially the same person, they have the same ideals. Yahiko's dead, so Nagato took over. You know, obviously. If you don't know, get to know. Anyways, Nagato and Sasuke. Sasuke because Sasuke is a badass. You can't not like Sasuke, even to some degree. You have to be like, you can not like Sasuke, but you can't diss Sasuke, if that makes any sense. Don't worry about it. The point is, that man is a monster, and we share a birthday, so it's only right that I like him. Okay, Black Clover. I like Luck. Okay, if you've seen any of my Black Clover videos, you're gonna know that Luck is my favorite character because he's just reckless. He's literally there to fight everybody that he can, and that's badass. He's like the Kenpachi of Black Clover in terms of, I want to fade all the time. Okay, next, Overlord. If you haven't seen Overlord, it's different, but it's really cool, at least in my opinion. I really like it so far, and my favorite character is the main character, Ainzul, however you pronounce it. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but, I mean, he's just a badass. He's smart, okay? He can run the hands. He's just all around cool as a character. Next on the list, we have Bleach. Now, I think I talked about this yesterday in my last video, or I might be mistaken, but my favorite characters, because there's actually two there, are Kenpachi, like I said earlier with Luck, and Aizen. Kenpachi because that man is powerful, but it's mainly for the first time that he fought Ichigo, because that's where you introduce a captain's actual strength. That's where, my man's went all out. He took his eye patch out. It was amazing. And Aizen because Aizen is just a badass villain. Like, he's spoiler alert, okay? Man staged his own death, had everybody thinking he was dead, then baited everybody, got all of the Arankar, what are they called? The number ones? I forgot. Don't worry about me. That man was just a monster, okay? That is why I like him. Now, okay, here it is. OG Naruto. Surprisingly, I do not like Sasuke that much in OG Naruto. Like, he's cool, don't get me wrong, but he's not a favorite. My favorites are Rock Lee and Gaara. I might be biased because that's the fight that actually got me into anime, but Rock Lee embodies everything that people want to be. Somebody that tries hard and actually gets to where they want to be. And Gaara, he was a monster. I don't know why they gave him this I'm about to do your taxes ass haircut now, but back then man was eating souls for breakfast with no milk. It was crazy. That man was amazing. They ruined Gaara. I'm on record saying they ruined Gaara and Boruto, but that's neither here nor there because he was kind of going that path in Shippuden. Just fix his hair. Like I don't mind how Gaara is, just fix his hair because it's disrespectful to my mans. Now this next anime a lot of people haven't seen or refuse to watch, and it's Fairy Tail. I know there's like a big supporting group behind it. Me and my brother both really like the show, and I mean if you can get past the point, I don't know, because it's really entertaining. I don't see where people go, like where people think it goes wrong, but I like it as a show. That's just me though. My favorite character in that show is Loxus because he's just cool. Okay, when they fought Hades, he came out. Oh my God, man! Don't even get me started. Anyways, we're gonna move on. So little people know that I've actually seen One Piece. I'm not caught up yet. I'm at right before the Doflamingo fight, the filler before that. That's where I stopped because I tend to stop on filler a lot. But my two favorite characters, because I have to, are Kid and Zoro. Zoro, I mean, he uses 3 swords. He has a sword in his mouth. What can't you like about a sword in somebody's mouth that they continuously beat your ass with? Mans is a monster, and Kid's just he's a reckless ass savage too. That I like a lot of characters that are pretty much reckless, but still get the job done when it comes to running the hands. Okay, now next, Assassination Classroom. I know I talked about this in yesterday's video, but I don't think I mentioned my favorite character. If I did, go ahead and feel free to correct me. But Karma. The first time he actually appeared in class, he bodied Koro Sensei. Mans was on his track, or on the track to actually killing Koro Sensei by himself. Barely starting, and he was never gonna do it, but it was just cool that he actually caught him off guard. That's what I'm trying to say. Now next on the list is Hunter x Hunter. Meruem, the first Cell. Is he the first Cell? I don't know. The point is, him and Cell are very similar. Just Meruem, in my opinion, was done better because he actually has some backstory. He was meant to be the king of everything, literally everything. Then it's okay. I was about to spoil the show, but that's one thing that I need to be careful with, because for some reason people don't watch Hunter x Hunter. You need to do it. Get on that 100%. You will not regret it whatsoever. Now next on the list we have Akame ga Kill. First off, that show is wild. That show is actually crazy. I enjoyed the show a lot, but people drop like flies in that show. I'm not gonna say who or what, but my favorite character in that show is Esdeath for the fight that she had with Akame. That fight just made me like her as a character so much more. Even the ending, how she, how it ended, okay? I like that as well. It was a good ending for a good show, or not ending. It was a good ending for a good fight. There it is. That's what I'm trying to say. Now next on the list we have Blue Exorcist. The only person I really cared about was Rin the entire time. No one else really mattered to me. Although his brother was cool, Rin is just, I mean, he's the main character. He's supposed to be the most badass, and he fulfilled that role completely. There was no doubting that he was gonna be my favorite character. Now next we actually move on to a series that I was catching up on earlier, Fate and Fate Stay Night. Fate Zero, actually. So in Fate Zero, I actually like 2 characters. Kitsugu Emiya. Kiritsugu? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm looking at my phone because I made a list. It's a pretty long list. Kiritsugu Emiya. He has that time magic. It's essentially time skip before time skip was a thing. No, actually it's like an off-brand time skip, because time skip's like, you actually skip time. This you speed up your own self, or I forgot how it worked. The point is, he's a monster. That man was actually flames as a character. His magic was cool. His magic anti-magic bullets shredded that one dude, the Master of Lantern. Oh my god, it was amazing, man. That show was dope. And Gilgamesh, the way he fought Berserker for the first time, called that man. Gilgamesh is the reason I want to talk to people like if I'm a king. Gilgamesh out here calling people scum, don't look upon me, who allowed you to look at me? Like, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to stand on a baby ladder, on a 2-step ladder, and just be like, don't look at me. That's badass, okay? That's in Fate Zero. Now in Fate Stay Night, it's awkward how this played out, but I like Shiro Emiya just because of the fact that he fought Archer. Okay, if you, I'm spoiling the show. He fought Archer. Okay, spoilers. I'm gonna have to put a spoiler alert in the title and or description. But he fought Archer, and that fight was just so badass. Okay, the first time he actually pulled out the two what are they called? Whatever they are, the dual wielded we're just gonna call them blades. That was badass, and the blades design was amazing. So I mean, come on now. And awkwardly enough, again, we have Gilgamesh. He's just cool in every show that they put him in. What can I say? Like, the fight that he had with Berserker was dope. Gilgamesh himself is just wild, man. I need to watch Fate Apocrypha or whatever, however you pronounce it. The new Fates that are coming out, I need to catch up on those. That's what I was actually going to start watching, and then I decided, you know what? Let me talk about my favorite anime characters. Now for Death Note. If you haven't seen Death Note, what are you doing with your existence? If you're on my channel and you haven't seen Death Note, go help yourself and watch Death Note. Like, honestly, that is something you will never in your life regret. But my favorite character is L. Mainly because of the first interaction that he had with Light. How he debated Light to figure out that they were in the Kanto region, I think he said, of Japan. It was, man, L was so cool. They did L dirty, but you know, we're not gonna get that. We're not gonna get into that. Now we have Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Z. Although, I mean, I saw Dragon Ball GT. It's not the best thing ever, but it's not the worst thing ever. So that's just my opinion. But for Dragon Ball, we have Goku. Why? Because he was the strongest. He was the coolest. He looked at titties and he was like, "What? What that, my G?" That's literally it. He was just a funny character, and he was strong. He had cool fights. The point is, it's Goku. Okay, for Dragon Ball, it's Goku. I was actually thinking Krillin, because Krillin was funny. Maybe Master Roshi. Bulma was a host, so she was never in contingency to be my favorite, but that's neither here nor there. For GT, we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Why? Because of the way he fought. Not even fought. The way he played around with Omega Shenron. Like, he legit made that man his child. Like, he owned Omega throughout that whole fight. We're not gonna talk about what happened after that, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. I keep saying that a lot, but what else can I say, my G? And for Dragon Ball Z, we have Vegeta. Plain and simple, you knew it was coming. Don't even act like it's a surprise. Vegeta. For Dragon Ball Super, oh, would you look at that? We have Vegeta. Vegeta is God, okay? Plain and simple. For Haikyuu. Now, Haikyuu is the only sports anime I've seen so far. It's volleyball. Honestly, I don't care what the topic of the anime is. If I enjoy it, I enjoy it. That's how it is. But my favorite character is Nishinoya. If you know Haikyuu, or if you don't, I mean, you could Google Haikyuu. Nishinoya has a little, I guess, would it be considered a mohawk? Okay, the middle of his hair is blonde. That's all I know. He is the, what is it? Damn it. The libero of the Haikyuu volleyball team. That man, when he first came in, he saved everything. He's clutch for the team on and off throughout the entire show. So not even on and off. He is just clutch, period, for the entire show. So that's why I like him. For Konosuba, I went with a different one. Okay, it's only one, I guess, position, but it's all of Konosuba. I liked everything about Konosuba. Why? Because it was funny as hell. There was not a single moment in that show that I personally disliked. So I mean, that shows you something. Go watch Konosuba, man. You're not gonna regret that either. I actually saw Magi Adventures of Sinbad, and I like Sinbad because of the way that he was the first person to clear one of the dungeons, and then he actually got, what were they? I forgot what they're called. The point is, by the end of that little mini series that they have on Netflix, because it's a Netflix exclusive, that man was a monster. That's all I know. That's all I care about. I might watch Magi. Somebody in the comments, let me know if that's a good show or not. But my dude Sinbad, he is a monster. Okay, that's plain and simple. He's the only really character that I guess you could consider a monster. But whatever, Meiji. For Pokemon, Ash, take that man out. Give me Red. Red is easily the best main character for Pokemon. Before Pokemon was Pokemon, come on, man. Pokemon Origins Edition, we had Red. Pokemon the game, we had Red. Okay, just fire. But for the Pokemon that most people know, it has to be Gary Oak. Man was cocky. Man actually backed up his cockiness. say less. Give me Gary Oak. Then, man, god damn it, Ash can fall over some tree or something. I don't care. My favorite Pokemon is Blastoise. He's not really a character in the show, so I didn't, you know, pick him as that, but just, you know, just something I wanted to mention on the side. For another anime I like, Cory in the House. Okay, my favorite anime character in there is Cory, 100%. If you don't get that joke, I'm gonna need you to culture yourself. For Tokyo Ghoul, I actually like Kaneki and Jason. Jason, not only because of not only because we share a name, whatever I was gonna say. Not only because we share a name, but because of the way that he interacted with Kaneki, the way he's like the reason that Kaneki was how he was by the end of the show and or manga, whichever one you prefer. He was just cool, okay? And oh my god, he was just so cool, okay? And Kaneki, I mean, Kaneki is cool, man. You can't not like Kaneki in Tokyo Ghoul. I don't understand how you continue to watch the show if you do not like Kaneki. But again, that's neither here nor there. For Ri, okay, Tokyo Ghoul Ri, it's Kaneki slash Heist because their interactions are amazing and they're pretty much the same person, just in a different body. Wait, no, they're in the same body, but they're different people, if that makes any sense. Just watch the show if you don't understand. And Takizawa, when he actually got, okay, spoiler alert again, ghoulified, when he actually, you know, had that operation to become the owl. That man was amazing. He was a monster, okay? They did him so much justice in the actual manga that I hope they're never gonna be able to do the manga justice when it comes to the anime. Man, that's another topic. Don't worry about that. For Yu-Gi-Oh, it's Kaiba, mainly because Mans will do anything to win. He has dragons. Dragons are always cool. Joey's kind of a beta male, so you know his dragon doesn't really count. Plus, Red Eyes is not a counter to Blue Eyes. Just saying. I know what the writer was going for, but it don't work like that, my G. But for the last one that I can at least remember, 7 Deadly Sins, my favorite character is Bond. Now, this video actually went farther, or yeah, went for longer than I initially thought. I'm glad I had enough fights to cover this. But those were my favorite characters. If there are any anime that I missed, I mean, you could go ahead and let me know. I don't know how you guys would know, but just leave a comment, I guess, like, have you seen this anime? Maybe you like a certain character, and then I'll reply to that comment. Leave comments about what your favorite character from a show is, and I'll go ahead and, you know, see how cultured you are, how much we can agree existences, how much we can coincide as people, okay? But that's gonna be it for me today. I think I lose this match. Not really important. More importantly, just know that my decisions are cultured and they all have a reason. As always, if you did enjoy it, go and leave a like, comment, and or subscribe. I just want to let you know actually that I beat this man's ass in the next coming fights. I'll show that at the end. Just, you know, victory, you know, because all we do is get dubs. Anyways, if you did enjoy it, go and leave a like, comment, and or subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Deuces.